Welcome to the January 2017 CommQuest Services CEO update. I want to thank you for taking some time to watch this and listen, and hopefully we'll be able to provide you some good updated information on the organization, and maybe even spur some questions that you can refer to staff. So again, as we turn the calendar to another year, and after a few months of winter, I'm hopeful that you enjoyed some time with your families and got to rest a little bit. And we realize that this time from January till when it gets to be a little bit warmer can be an agonizing time, both in travel and having our clients get here. So again, as we continue to provide hope to our clients, we want to make sure that we're aware of some of the hardships that they have, but also be aware of each other and help people out as the weather may impact different things. So as the new year comes along, this is a time for self-evaluation and resolution, and that includes our organization and individuals as well. The reality is that we're 6 months away from a significant shift in how we code services, get reimbursed, and now we have to realize that behavioral health redesign impacts all organizations similar to us. And that means that we have to take a look at what we're doing, not only as an organization, but as individuals as well. We must be vigilant in our documentation, entering information correctly and timely in all that we do, not just our documentation, but also turning in our bills and making sure that our charges get entered quickly and efficiently, and being the absolute best at what we do. So as I've been doing some reading over the holidays and over the last few months, there's 3 things that seem to be common among the most effective staff members, no matter what business they're in. One of those is to be humble, doing the work efficiently, sometimes without recognition, but knowing that you're giving your best effort every day. Being smart, not just IQ smart, but smart in how we communicate with each other, knowing how our voice, how our email, how our communication sounds to others, and then also not being quick to jump to conclusions when we receive information back from other folks. And also, lastly, being hungry, which means being passionate for the work that we do. So passionate that we consistently seek new and improved ways to meet the needs of our clients and also for our organization as well. I consider the work that I do every single day an interview for my job, working a ministry that I love, and being blessed with a tremendous group of people. Well, at the end of the day, that may seem pretty simple, but when I do my daily inventory at the end of each day and I think, how did I do in my job interview? Some days I feel like I did efficiently well. Other days I think I could do a little bit better. So I just encourage everybody to think of your day in those terms, that we're really all interviewing for our jobs every single day. And in this time of behavioral health redesign, every single organization is going to go through this time of transition and transformation. And we want to make sure that we have the best people in the best places so that we can provide services to our clients when they need it. Again, it all goes back to hope. It all goes back to making sure that we're just not good at what we do, but we're great at what we do. We want to be great parents. We want to be great spouses. And we really, truly need to strive to be great in this ministry that we have that's our job. So don't forget that the people that we serve expect our best every single day. We'll be continuing to implement our strategic plans over the coming months and years to come, but there's a couple key things that have happened recently that I want to make sure that you understand. One came from some ideas from the holiday party, and that would be that in each office that we have, being able to place a sign that has all 6 of those strategic goals, and then allowing staff an opportunity either through sticky notes or pinning suggestions under each of those strategic goals. One, it will allow everybody within the organization to once again be able to see what those goals are, but second of all, also to contribute to some ideas that we have, or maybe we haven't thought of, or maybe refining as we move forward with the strategic plan. So you'll see those up the first week of February, and then we'll come around every few weeks and kind of pull down the sticky notes and suggestions and make sure that they get to the leadership of those of those goal areas. Also, we have our very first onboarding session towards the end of January. This is an opportunity for most recent new employees to come and get similar information from different department heads. something we've been working on for a considerable amount of time to make sure that the message that we get is consistent across all new employees, but also across those folks who lead the different departments. You'll notice here in the next few weeks that there'll be some acrylic signs going up in outpatient offices that have our new logo. Kind of excited to see what those look like, and we've spent a lot of time on strategic planning and logos in that, and again, this will add to the welcoming of our front desk area. Again, a couple weeks ago I sent out an email changing the message and how we answer our phone to be a little bit more welcoming, that said, "Welcome to CommQuest Services. My name is, how can I help you today?" And I'm pleased to say that as I've made random phone calls throughout the organization, whether you knew I did or not, people have been responding really well to that request. So I want to thank you guys for that. It sounds a whole lot better than just answering the phone, "CommQuest, what do you want?" Which unfortunately I had a couple times prior to this. So again, I'm excited that this is going on. Our new phone and data improvement process is going along. We are kind of at the liberty of AT&T and Time Warner with site inspections. I believe that they have completed most of them. So there'll be some construction that begins in the not too distant future. Really excited to get moving on that, so we all have new phones and better connection amongst offices. So we're hopeful that project will be completed by the end of March. That's the timeline we're on. So that's an exciting part to our transformation of our organization. Part of that transformation is also in how our intake calls come into the organization. As you know right now, when people call for an appointment for an assessment or to see somebody else, typically those calls come into a front desk. Those calls are then transferred and then become at the liberty of whether or not we have enough staff available to answer that call, or if it gets put on hold or goes into a voicemail. So we're going to be making a significant change in that area. So just kind of want to give you a precursor to that in trying to be proactive. So know that in the future, once we have this new phone and data system up, that all of those calls that come into the organization, the people that are answering that, and it'll be a significant bank of folks, will be the folks that are making those schedules and scheduling people for appointments. This will eliminate a step altogether of putting people on hold and trying to connect them to somebody else. And we believe that this will improve access considerably in the organization. And again, the key to this is that we're trying to get people help that they need sooner. Because again, once again, when they call us, they're calling us because they are hopeful that we're able to assist that. Please make sure you check out the CommQuest Services website for some upcoming trainings. We have a significant amount of offerings coming up over the next few months. So as you're also setting your calendar, know that Convocation Day will be held on President's Day, Monday, February 20th, beginning at 8 a.m. and finishing middle of the afternoon. Again, this will be kind of a retreat day for the organization to make sure we do some trainings, do some strategic planning updates. Lunch will be provided. Other than the medication-assisted recovery clinic, RECORE, and residential treatment services, all staff are expected to attend this day. A couple other updates. One from our facilities department. Recently, CommQuest Services has hired a facilities manager, Mr. Joe Shackle. Joe comes with some considerable experience, had some opportunity to spend some time with him, and he's been out to all of our facilities, so some of you may have met him and got to see him. Joe will be responsible for overseeing the maintenance and upkeep of our buildings, excluding the Market Avenue building and Deliverance House, which will continue to be overseen by Glenn Doherty, who has great familiarity with those. Additionally, CommQuest Services has hired Alan Myers to work under Joe in the maintenance department. Some of you know Alan's done some construction jobs for us in the past and will allow us to kind of have our maintenance and our upkeep all within one single department. So in the next few weeks, we'll be debuting a maintenance ticketing system. It'll be similar to the IT ticketing system, and then we'll also be implementing the purchasing ticketing system. Just as a side note to the purchasing, I think it's very interesting to note that just because you have credit cards doesn't mean that you can go out and buy whatever you want whenever you want. When I evaluated recent purchases, we actually spent $1 on a pop, and then we went out and bought a keyboard and a wireless keyboard and a wireless mouse for some reason when we actually had those in stock. So I just asked that before you make a purchase on your organization credit card, that you check with your supervisor and make sure that's okay. Again, we'll be moving to a purchasing ticketing system in which all purchases will go through, so you can look for that change here in the next few weeks. Update on the Alliance Detox project, because that seems to be our biggest program project at this point. We continue to do our due diligence. We have some commitments from the state and from the local board for some considerable dollars on this project, so we'll continue to keep you updated on where that is. Hopeful that that project will be started in the near future. And lastly, I'd like to let you know that we are having a CommQuest Services Day with the Canton Charge. So on Sunday, February 26th, there's a game at 3 p.m. Discounted tickets are $8.50 per ticket. First 40 kids who sign up get to take part in an on-court experience before the game. And if you'd like more information, please contact the marketing department and they can help you out with that. So again, I appreciate the time that you take to listen to this. Appreciate any comments that you may be able to send to us regarding this information. Again, I think it's important to remember that when people call us, when they reach out to us, they want help. Okay? They expect us to be able to help them out, or at least know where the rest of that help can come from. And again, we didn't change our vision statement to "Hope happens here" for no reason whatsoever. The people sitting across from us are the most important people that we have every day. And truly, 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 they believe that hope happens when they reach out to CommQuest Services. Thanks again for all that you do. Appreciate your time and energy, and have a great day.